Hi everyone, welcome to Birth Number Series 2. I am Bhagyalakshmi D A. In today's video, I'll be talking about the great personality of Birth Number 2 and what are their best career path, lucky colors, lucky days. Let's begin. If you are born on 2, 11, 20, 29 of any month, your birth number is 2. So I'll repeat one more time. If you are born on 2, 11, 20, 29 of any month, your birth number is 2. 2 is ruled by moon. Moon represents love, compassion, emotional, creativity. 2 and 20. So I'll segregate as 2 date of birth, 2 and 20, 11 and 29. So first I'll talk about 2 and 20. Like whatever I'll talk about 2 and 20, so the same personalities even 11 and 29 they will have. It's just as they have a different planet influence, they will have extra characteristics too. That's all. There is no much difference. So on 2 and 20, whoever is born on 2 and 20, they're they are very creative, they are dreamers, and they are very gentle by nature. They're very soft spoken, and for them it's so difficult to say no to people. And the people, these two born people admired by everyone because they're very emotional beings, so they understand people better. And they don't hurt other people much, as they know, as I already said, they understand people better. They're emotional being, so they respect other emotions too. And it's, as I said, it's a very difficult for them to say no. So, and then there are dreamers, they're very creative, and they're very family oriented people too. And then they have an emotional dependency. They need a strong who can support them emotionally. They're emotionally dependent on people, as maybe family, friends, or a partner. They need that emotional support from their partners, irrespective of family, friends, or their partners. So and they're very sensitive too. They'll easily get hurt. So they easily get hurt as they are ruled by moon. So that is about 2 and 20 people, but they are very sweet, and they're everyone likes to be with these people as they don't say no, so it's easy for people to be with them. It's so easy, they're very diplomatic. They don't directly hurt people, giving that direct feedback. They understand them better. They'll be very diplomatic. They don't hurt other people. But these the two people will get more hurt and disappointments, because not all the numbers are as 2. They have a very different nature. Maybe they're very direct, but 2 is not that direct, and they're very shy. Not very shy, they're shy in a nature. They're diplomatic. They'll always think they before speak, how to put across their feedback. So that is how everyone likes 2 people to be with them, as they are very soft in nature, kind people. Who doesn't want to be with those kind of people? So everyone loves to be around them. So they are admired by everyone. So there are big dreamers. It's not only they're just big dreamers, they can make that come true, because it's emotional being. It doesn't mean that they're weak people. Emotional being is just they always put the empathy first, the emotions, rather than being very practical, logical, the reality. So it doesn't mean they're weak. They are very tough when it comes to their mind too. It's they get hurt. They're sensitive. They'll process that and they'll become very strong. So you just have to take care of your mental health, the emotional, just say no where you can say, where it's it's taking too much of your time or energy, so you can say no. So you just have to work on that bit. But apart from that, they're amazing. Nobody hates moon the same way Maybe it's from numbers to numbers, it's different, but 2 people are very soft in nature, family oriented, very creative, dreamers, and very artistic people. So the great personality of 2 and 20, this 2 and 20 will pass on to 11 and 29 too. But what is the difference? 11. So 11, it's a 1 plus 1 equals to 2. Sun plus sun and then moon. There's 11 people, outside they look very strong. Actually, they're strong too because they're influenced by sun. They have that strong, like whatever the sun I already spoken in my last video, they will have that qualities too. But when it comes at the end, they are very emotional. Like, some people, like, outside they look very powerful, very like, the people will say maybe is emotional less, is very very hard and all, but who know them very well, they'll say no, he's very soft, he's like dual personality, he seems to be like this but actually is like this. So the 11 people may come across kind of these feedbacks because what you see them as, but what actually they are, it's very different. And then this 11 number is a master number. Actually 11 and 29, both of them, they have a master number. That is, one is a unique thing in these two numbers. The master numbers are like, the same numbers, 11, 1, 1, 2, 2. So we have two numbers when it comes to birth number, 11 and 22. But now I'll talk about only 11. So this is a very special number, very powerful number. If you have seen the most of the big the celebrities, the big business tycoons, they are born on 11. It can be a month number or a birth number. So they have more probability of becoming very successful, or they will have some unique the great personalities they're born with, or they might like if it's a birth number, it's a destiny. If it comes to 11, they will get a great destiny too. So that is one of the greatest thing about this. It doesn't mean other number will not have this, but the master numbers are linked to a karmic debt, like the karmic numbers. So whatever they from their past lives, whatever the good the karmic account they have carried to the next, to the present, so they're gonna receive all that in this. Maybe it's whether it's a good or bad. So that's why you can see like in this 11 number, the people could be in a height or like below, like average may be very less. But if you're if you see, if you have that 11, if you're like, if you think you're in an average position, you have all the probability to make it to the highest, to the peak. So just see the probability, like you have to look for the best opportunities and put your effort. You can reach to the height that special number is, that special this number is. So 11, it's a very great, but it sometimes it can be very dominating because you have 1 plus 1, even though you have an emotional that the moon influence, but still you can be be a little dominating. Of course, when we become too successful, sometimes we tend to be, or the people will perceive as like we're dominating, like who are born on 11. So the 11, it's a great number to be born with. So move on to 29. Here the another unique thing, like when we add 2 plus 9, it is 11. Again, it's ending with master number and then it becomes 2. So in this 29, if you are born on 29, I think you can see like a lot of things are happening in your life. Maybe it's too much of a mess, or too many opportunities, something like the good and bad, but too many things are happening, like emotionally. Yeah, it could be emotionally, or like some events are happening, like 29, because you have 2 moon plus Mars, and then 1 plus 1 again sun, and then moon. So all the strong numbers like the sun and a Mars, and then 1 is a soft number, is not a soft number, like the creative, the emotional number ruled by moon. So there's so many influence in this number, like you will have the too much emotional fluctuations. 29 people, but you are very intelligent. It's a great number to be born with. But again, all the great numbers will have their own, you have to take care of the other, you like the great numbers need a great effort too. So you seems to be sometimes very tired. You will go to a lot of disappointments, the hurt, all these things. You just have to take care of those parts. Apart from that, the birth number 2, it's a great number to be born with if you just take care of the emotional stability. So it's a great number. So as just to what are the things you need to take care of, as I already mentioned, as you are very sensitive. Yeah, just like it's difficult for them to be little assertive. Yeah, you don't have to be all the time overly passive in your communication. You can be little assertive where it is required. You can please learn to say no where it is required. You don't have to drain all of your energy just to please your family or maybe your loved ones or your friends. You don't have to drain too much of energy. You can stop where it doesn't require. So you easily get hurt. So work on detachment. You don't have to get into, it's like more, the more you get attached, the more you get hurt. It's for all the numbers. But as 2 is emotionally dependent, you have an emotional dependency. So working on a detachment would really help for the birth number 2 people. And then especially for a 29, and especially for a 29, it doesn't mean other 3 numbers have to neglect. No, for all of them, but more on a 29 and other numbers, you have to be careful on full moon and a new moon days, because as you rule by moon, on full moon or a new moon days, your emotional stability is like very fluctuating. Maybe like your anger or your sadness or like your happiness, it's all like in the peak when it is in the full moon window or a new moon window. So don't make any big decisions, any life decisions. From that, it's all great for birth number 2 people. So let's move on to the best career options for birth number 2. Teaching, as they are like very patient, soft in nature, they can understand people. Actually the number 2 people, they observe people, their observation skill is so good that they can read people's mind. So for them, teaching would be a really good career option. And nursing, birth number 2 people have a motherly nature, so they can take good care of their patients. They can take good care of anybody because they have that motherly nature in them. So the nursing would be a very good career options, as they are already born with those abilities. They can give that great love and then healing to their patients. The nursing would be a great option. And medicine consultants and HR, human resource, as they can they are very social friendly, they have those skills. Even the HR, like whoever the students, the specialization, they can go for a HR for birth number 2 people. It's a great option. And for a birth number, like especially for people who have 11, if their birth number 2, and then like in their birth chart, like if they have 11, so for them, politics, like if your birth number is 11, or if you're born on November, where like you have that 11 and it comes to 2 again. So for them, the politics is the best option, as they have a sun plus moon, like they got that leadership skill, that authority, that power from 1 and 1, and then they become 2, where they can understand people, like where they're sensitive enough to feel their pain, where they can help them. So this 11 people, they can be a very good politician, where they can do a lot of charity work, social welfare, when they get that power. So the politics, it's the best option. And then acting too. Acting, yes, like we already have the two superstars, Amitabh Bachchan and Shah Rukh Khan, where they have this 11. Shah Rukh Khan is born on 2nd November, like where he got that master number in his date of birth, like in the month. And Amitabh Bachchan 11 October, like where he has like more 111. So acting, it's not about the acting, it's actually they got the master number and they chose the creativity field. They were able to reach that peak because the master number is supporting them. And then because of a 2, they are like very creative, they got that acting skills. Or like it's not just the acting, like dancing, music, all these artistic skills. So it will help, sure, it actually help them. For the people who wants to pursue, it will help them too. So acting, so they can become the fashion designer too because of a creativity. And yeah, charity work I had already mentioned. These are the best career options for a bath number 2. If for the lucky days for bath number 2, Monday, Tuesday and Friday. So as I already mentioned in my previous video, all the special events, special things you can start on these days. And lucky colors, all shades of white, cream and blue are your lucky colors. So this is all about bath number 2. It's a great number. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please keep supporting and subscribe. Thank you so much.